Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Town of Limington Select Board meeting for September 12th, 2024. We'll call the meeting to order at 7 p.m., and we will begin with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And we need the approval of the meeting minutes for September 5th, 2024.
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second that.
Motion and a second. All in favor? Motion carries. Approval of the warrants for week number 37. Payroll warrant number 85 for the amount of $36,190.75. Appropriations warrant number 87 in the amount of $42,116.10. The total for warrants 85 and 87 is $78,306.85. A couple of recurring bills that we received this week. Bureau of Motor Vehicles, $6,220.62. Charter Communications, $323.34. David Lonsby for mileage, $191.62. EcoMaine, trash and recycling, $13,288.98. Nikki Kinney, mileage to an MMA class, $120.66. Presto Fixo, property services, $575. Ready Fresh Water Company, well, they bring us the bottled water.
5 gallon.
Yep. $105.93. Charter Communications, $1,276.90. UniFirst, they do uniforms, $138.18. And Your Weekly Shopping Guide for an ad for the Planning Board, $192. I await a motion.
I make a motion to approve payroll warrant 85 and appropriations warrant 87.
And I will second that.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on this?
What happened to warrant 86?
I'll tell you what happened to warrant 86.
Or was that the one that had to be backed out?
It was the bonuses that had to be backed out, so we included it in last week's final number, so I was not gonna include it again in this number.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Those are bonuses regarding an EMS grant,
Yes.
correct? Yes, all right, thank you. We have a motion and a second, right?
Yeah, second.
Yep.
All in favor? Motion carries. Purchase orders, anyone want to jump on that?
I'll get right to it.
All righty.
Parks and Rec, request to pay Christina Silvestri, third payment for RV host, $1,000. Request to pay Visa, before and after school supplies, $265.18.
I'll make a motion that we approve Parks and Rec purchase order requests.
I'll second the motion. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Motion carries.
Fire and EMS, request to pay Visa yearly dues, $425. A request to pay Greenwood for valves and gauges for engine 6, $1,994.74. A request to pay Fire Tech and Safety for SCBA's, $14,809. And a request to pay David Salzar, Advanced EMT Class and Examination, $973.99.
I'll make a motion that we accept the fire and EMS purchase order requests.
I will second that. Any discussion?
The SCBA's are the $14,000, and the SCBA's are scheduled yearly for replacements. So that's through the fire and EMS. And congratulations to David Salzar for passing his advanced test.
Yes. Thank you, David. Thank you, Jason. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Motion carries.
Davis Memorial Library, a request to pay Bev Fost for a gift card for librarians, 20 years of service, $70.
I'll make a motion that we accept this request for Davis Memorial Library.
I will second the motion. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Motion carries. Moving on to weekly activities and updates. Tammy, why don't you start us off with, Parks and Rec? You want to do Parks and Rec?
I can do Parks and Rec.
All righty.
Can I just start with something else?
Oh, absolutely, Tammy.
Oh, gee, thank you. Week after week, we ask the girls in the office to post postings on the town website. And I just want to thank them for that. It's very neat looking. They clean it up, they take down old things. It's very easy to get to, limington.net. And news at the top, and you'll see all kinds of things, interesting things that people should be reading that's going on in the town. So I just want to thank the girls for putting those postings up and mentioning that. One of them we talked about last week was the quilt raffle for the
quilt.
library.
The quilt.
And the plant sale,
Was it a quilt?
yes,
Quilt.
they're gonna have a plant sale, Saturday. It's this Saturday. It sounds like there's gonna be good weather, so we won't have to announce the rain date. So if people would love to come out, it's a book and bake sale. And the quilt is going to be raffled off that was made by Beverly and her sister. And it's gorgeous. It's on display right now at the library. So it's $5 for one ticket and $10 for three. So we hope everybody either gets their ticket ahead of time or stop by the Davis Memorial Library Saturday from 10 to 1 to get their raffle, so they can win that beautiful quilt and buy their plants and cookies. The town of Limington Parks and Rec Department sent their weekly report. Before and after care, we have 38 children in the program currently and still have openings available for morning and afternoon. The coffee social every Wednesday from 9:30 to 11:30 at the Old Town Hall. Looks like they have tons of fun there. They post those pictures and all the food they had this week. Why weren't we there?
Right.
And come have a coffee with one of the best groups of people in town. And we want to thank the volunteers and everyone that attend that.
Absolutely.
Our soccer season has started and games begin on Saturday. Thank you to Walt and Sons Propane and Schultz Home Improvements for sponsoring 2 of our soccer teams this season. Registration is open for Intro to Jazz class starting in October. Monday nights for 5 to 7-year-olds and Thursday nights for 8 to 12-year-olds. This program will be at the Old Town Hall from 5:30 to 6:30, and forms are available at the municipal office to sign your child up. Registration is available for childcare at HB Emery on early release days, with the first being this coming Wednesday, 9/18. Childcare is provided from 12:30 to 5:30 for $20 per child. Registration is open for the first Teacher in Service Day of the year on Friday, October 11th. Childcare is provided at HB Emery from 7 a.m. to 5:30. We will be taking a trip to Dole's Orchard to go apple picking, and the fee is $45 for the day. Pickleball is still happening at Blake Memorial Field every Tuesday and Friday at 5:30. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned player, all are welcome. Join the Limington Pickleball Facebook group or join Limington Pickleball on the Team Reach app for more information and additional group playtimes. And it certainly has been good weather for all of this. And coming up at the end of October, Trunk or Treat on Saturday, October 26th from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the municipal office parking lot. Rain date will be Sunday, October 27th. More information to come shortly, but if you would like to participate as a trunk, please reach out to Sherry Beatty or Madison Moody. Just a couple of things. Just a reminder, just gonna do this another week, that school's in session, and please drive carefully as you drive by schools and intersections and, you know, even the Old Town Hall where we're having before and after care. Just please be mindful of children. They dart around very quickly, so wherever you're going where you know that children are present, please make sure to obey speed limits and go even slower if you can. So.
Thank you, Tammy. Jason, would you like to read the Public Works for us?
Sure. Shaving Hill Road is wrapping up. Crews have been continuously working along the last part of the hill at the back end of the road to improve drainage. Large amounts of bamboo have been removed from the sides of the roads. Culverts have been prepared and now ready for prepared, and now it's ready for pavement. Public Works will be paving over the replaced culverts to make it easier for Allstate to shim. Public Works plans on paving with half base at least 3 inches over the culverts to maintain the stability of the road. Due to recent vandalism, Public Works has replaced missing and damaged signs at various locations. DOT has asked for help from the Public Works to remove branches from a tree at the old town hall to improve visibility at the intersection of 117 and Route 11. This is due for the four-way stop sign being installed at the intersection. This morning, trimming and removal have been completed, and they have notified the traffic engineer at the DOT so that they can move forward. The DOT plans, the plan is October 8th to have the intersection upgraded. DOT would recommend state police keep an eye on the intersection while traffic gets used to the new pattern. We have also notified DOT about chevron signs missing on sharp corners at Route 117 and Christian Hill. A couple weeks ago, they had a vehicle sail across the median and come to a stop well off the roadway where passing traffic could not see the car. Christian Hill has a few areas with shoulder damage from the past severe rainfall. They will be working to repair the shoulders and remove gravel wash along the roadway. So,
Excellent. Why don't you carry us through with code enforcement as well?
sure.
Thank you.
Okay. Code growth permits from 8/15. 2 growth permits, 5 building permits, 3 plumbing permits, 1 shoreline permit, 1 occupancy permit, 4 cell tower permits, a total of 15. Fees totaling from those permits were $11,505.50. Year-to-date permits and 293, and they've totaled $116,689.91 to date. Craig has been on 9 inspections this week so far. 4 of the 6 cell towers have paid their fees.
Excellent. A couple of reminders to folks. The Financial Advisory Committee will be meeting in the next couple of weeks to go over budget proposal by the different departments. September 19th, we'll have Fire and EMS presenting. October 10th, we'll have Parks and Rec presenting. October 15th, we'll have Public Works presenting. November 7th, we'll have the Planning Board, Code Enforcement, Animal Control Office, and the Library presenting. And then November 21st, the Select Board will be presenting the overall general town budget to the Financial Advisory Committee. We also have a special town meeting scheduled for September 26th, and that will be to vote on the town getting new plow trucks, as well as changing the form of government from a select board town meeting government to a select board town manager town meeting form of government. We will also be having a public hearing on October 3rd. The general assistance guidelines, they get updated every year, and we require a public hearing and a vote to put those new guidelines into service. So we will be advertising for that 7 days prior, but that meeting is scheduled for October 3rd. Kids Free to Grow has sent the town of Limington a thank you note. If you're unfamiliar with Kids Free to Grow, they help in the prevention of child abuse and neglect through educational programming. Kids Free to Grow provides outreach in our community to parents and caregivers, children, and professionals at preschools, libraries, and other community spaces in their continued effort to support their mission to prevent child abuse and neglect in York County by empowering families. They have asked us to consider their request for financial contribution of $500 for the fiscal year of 2026. This is pretty standard. We do this every year. The amount last year was $500, so there is no increase, and it is they provide a vital service, and as far as the board is concerned, we are happy to help how we can. I also received a communication from a producer of a local film production for a project called Axe Women, the Modern Lumberjill. Recently, they've been featured on Fox and ABC Maine and have been interviewed by CBS, Lewiston Sun-Journal, the Courier-Gazette, Maine Biz, and the Republican Journal. All those interviews will be being released within the next 2 weeks. The documentary takes a dive into over 100 years of women's contributions to the timber industry and highlights modern-day athletes challenging societal norms with their physical power and perseverance. They are currently in the funding process to complete the feature-length documentary, having successfully wrapped up initial shoots and created proof of concept. As they move forward, they aim to connect with communities and audience who admire these women's strength, resilience, and the powerful narratives they embody. The title is Axe Women, the Modern Lumberjill. Director is Brianna Wing, and the producer is Indiana Underhill. Right now, they have the proof of concept completed, and they're currently raising funds for the feature product. Since 1917, lumberjills have made a significant contribution to the timber industry, yet their story remains largely untold. This documentary delves into their rich history, from their vital wartime contributions in the women's timber corps to modern-day athletes who continue to push the boundaries of gender norms in the sports. If you're interested, you can see their trailer at www.axewomenfilm.com. I suggest you check it out. Lumberjills and lumberjacks, it's an amazing it's an amazing process and something to be admired for sure. I believe that's all I have for weekly updates. Any other weekly updates from the board?
I don't think so. I think that's everything.
All right, you want to carry us home with the informational bulletin?
Okay.
Awesome.
Select Board office hours are Thursdays 2 to 8. The on-air meeting time is Thursdays at 7 p.m. Transfer station hours are Saturday and Sunday from 9 to 4, and Wednesdays 12 to 4 p.m. A transfer station sticker must be attached to your vehicle windshield for the disposal of all items. Transfer station stickers are available at the town office for $20. No sticker is required to use the swap shop. The station does not accept brush, yard clippings, or hazardous waste. Riverside Recycling in Portland does take these items. General Assistance Office applications are available from the town's clerk's office during their normal business hours. Applications must be filled out and accompanied with supporting documentation and must be signed. The Planning Board meets at the Municipal Complex the first and third Monday evenings at 7 p.m., except for this week. They met this past Monday.
Yep.
And so we'll meet again
The fourth Monday.
the fourth Monday, yeah.
Yeah.
So the 9th, 23rd.
Yep.
They'll meet on the 23rd, this month only because of the holiday. And we mentioned Parks and Rec already in the handout from Madison, but if you have any questions or suggestions, you can reach out to Madison Moody at m.moody@limingtonmaine.gov.
Excellent. Thank you, Tammy. With that said, we will open the meeting to the public, but there is not much of a public here.
Hey,
No,
she just doesn't want to speak.
I said not much, and it's not the quality, it's the quantity I'm referring to. With that said, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion that we adjourn.
And I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Motion adjourned at 7:19. The meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you next week.